In our patch behind the farmhouse, where the pace of life is slow, and the lilies on the lake are broad and lush, we're all living here in clover, and the mating season's over, so there won't be cause for anyone to blush. In our land both green and pleasant, every bantam, duck, and pheasant, if they had them, would be walking arm in arm. Still our life is good and steady till we're plucked and oven ready. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. There's a turkey with a gobble, watch his waddle start to wobble when the rooster cock-a-doodles the alarm. We've got pullets, we've got chickens, we've got quail, and what the dickens? It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. What a gorgeous vision this is. That's Ida, she's my missus. So forgive me if I'm laying on the smarm. She goes in for heated quacking to point out the skills I'm lacking. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. Come on down and don't be strangers in our duck yard of free rangers. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm.
Here where waterfowl have waddled, little chicks get mollycoddled, for the cat would like to do them grievous harm. He's our only source of worry, feathers rarely get to flurry. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm.
How they flatter themselves. I never showed much interest in this group. I admit I'm quite a glutton, but this feathered form of mutton wouldn't even make a palatable soup. But when those little ducklings hatch, that's a flavor you won't match. They're delicious and I just can't get enough. As a felon who is feline, you will see me make a beeline for those tender little juicy balls of fluff.
In our waterfall regatta, there's a moorhen on the chatter, and a mandarin with oriental trout. You'll find every goose and gander,
Though of course I'm rather grander.
it's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. We may strike some classic poses, and we all have parson's noses, but that doesn't mean you'll hear a single psalm. For all reverence is rejected, blatant foul play is suspected. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. Come on down and don't be strangers in our backyard of free rangers. It's a poultry tale. It's a poultry tale. It's a poultry tale.
Drake! Drake! No use paddling away. I've seen you. And it doesn't do for a duck to look sheepish. It confuses the other animals.
How's it going, Ida? You still sitting? I don't know, it's all right for some.
Well, if you like the sound of it so much, why don't you take a turn on the nest? And wipe your webs. I just did the floor this morning.
You know, Ida, I'd love to have a crack at sitting on the egg for a bit, but you look so comfortable, it seems a shame to disturb you.
And what about the extension you promised to build on the nest? It's going to get awfully crowded when the little ones arrive, especially with that one big egg in the clutch.
You know, I reckon that might be a turkey's egg.
Oh, Drake.
I had the same problem with my ex.
Oh, here we go.
They're afraid of the water. She had me running up and down the bank yelling, "Frank Perdue!" but they still wouldn't go in.
Drake, how would a turkey's egg get to be in my nest? Must be your side of the family.
We'll just have to see whose side of the family he takes after, now won't we, dear?
Yes, dear.
Anyway, must fly. I promised the rooster I'd help him count chickens. Shall I see you back here then?
Where else do you suppose I'm going to be? As a duck when you're stuck, sat sitting in the middle of your nest, then at best you get bored. There goes Drake on the lake, I can see him through the rushes all the time, feeling I'm just ignored. I don't pretend that this is all his doing. I'm a sucker for the billing and the cooing. But when you hear that pitter-patter of tiny feet, it doesn't matter how long I've had to sit here minding my brood. Those little heads so soft and downy, their baby bods oh golden brownie, their beaks constantly open waiting for food. It's the joy of motherhood, those little ducklings walking round in a line. I'll do what any other mother would to try to do my best at bringing up mine. It's the joy of motherhood, those little perks that make it all seem worthwhile. I'll do what any other mother would to get my ducks decked out and living in style.
Morning, Ida.
Morning, Maureen.
How is the mother-to-be?
Well, she'd be better if the father who was is better at being the father who is. I sometimes think of it better off pairing with a decoy.
Oh, I'm sure Drake will make a marvelous dad when the family arrives.
Not him. Duck by name and duck by nature. Ducking out of his responsibilities. Oh, if bums were meant to be sitting on eggs all day, they should have been designed with whopping great dimples in them.
Oh, Ida, the very thought. How much longer do you have to go?
Well, by my reckoning, they should be out by now. I went to all my prenatal hatching classes, run by that self-satisfied stork, and she said about half a month, but 2 weeks is up.
Oh, well, the best things come to those that wait.
Oh, I don't know. Why do we put ourselves through it? Every spring, it's exactly the same.
But just think of the rewards, all those lovely little ducklings.
All those beaks to feed.
Waking you up at all hours.
Getting into deep water.
Attracting unwanted admirers.
Like the cat. Why do we put ourselves through it?
'Cause when you hear that dibble-dabble, you're proud to say, hey, that's my rabble. Then watch their maiden voyage out from the bank.
Like champagne corks, you see them bobbing.
Accompanied by mothers sobbing.
Relieved, thanks be to nature, nobody sang. It's the joy.
Oh, prepare yourself, Ida. Ladies, they're hatching. a boy. Oh, come here, sweetheart. Oh, look, and a girl. Come on, out you go. Oh, lovely. Oh, look over here, look. Oh, it's another boy. Come on, honey. Here you go, out of the egg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a girl. It's the joy. It's the joy. It's the joy. 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 It's the joy. It's the joy of motherhood. Those little perks that make it all seem worthwhile. I'll do what any other mother would to get my ducks decked out and living in style. To get those ducks decked out and to get my ducks decked out and living in style. My babies. I know, they're the loveliest little ducklings I've ever set my eyes on. Oh, they're the image of their father.
Thanks. Speaking of Daddy, Maureen, would you be a dear and try to find him for me? He's probably making waves down at the local watering hole.
All right. Auntie Marmar is off now. I'll see you later.
Auntie Marmar, what a weird name. What a big world it is. Yeah, far out. I was getting very cramped inside that egg.
Now, don't go thinking this is the whole world. Why, it stretches far beyond the other side of the lake, right into the churchyard.
Wicked, let's explore.
Oh, wait. There were 1 or 2 nest rules before you go wandering off. Number 1, no wet web feet in the nest. Number 2, you must feather your own nest every morning. Number 3, no quacking after sunset. Number 4, no plankton between meals. Number 5. Wait a minute. You're not all here.
Hey guys, there's gonna be another member of the gang.
Oh, Quack, that's the big one.
Why does he get such a big egg? Yeah, we all got crammed into a size 4 shell, but that one got a queen-size ostrich jaw. It's not fair, Mama. No, Mom, it's not fair.
Hi, kids. I'm your dad.
Take a good look at him. You won't see him that often.
Well, I'm here now. Who's for a swim? What's the matter? All that sitting around taking it out of you?
There's still one to hatch, dumb cluck, the big one.
Let me see that egg again. It's definitely a turkey. You'll never get it to go in the water. Just leave it. Hey, now cut that out. Now come along and teach the others to swim properly.
You teach the others to swim properly. I've been sitting for so long, a few more days won't make any difference.
Suit yourself. Last one to the lake's a rotten egg. Hey, wait for me.
What a roll. Only good for keeping eggshells warm. On the whole, they have always been more uniform. This one's different. This one's different from the rest. I can't believe a turkey's egg could fall into my nest. It's just a freak of nature, just a larger grade of all the other eggs I've ever laid. This one's different. But there's different. And there's different.
Honk!
Oh, my word.
Honk!
You're not like your brothers and sisters. They're and different.
Honk!
If I say butterball, that bother you at all? No? How about water? How would you like to go for a swim?
I'd love to, Mama.
Oh, thank heavens for that. I knew you were one of mine. Now, your father has taken the others off for their first swimming lesson. So how about you and me doing the same right here at the water's edge? Nothing too fancy, mind. Just the basics to get you started. The important thing is not to be afraid of the water.
I'm not afraid, Mama. Can we swim out to that island?
Oh, goodness, no. I haven't been out there since your father and I were courting, and I didn't mean to go that far then. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Just do as I do, and you should take to it like a duck. You should take to it. Hold your head up high, like the most happy fella, while down below each day a propeller must keep paddling, like the clappers. Just keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming and calm.
Like this?
That's the way. Bend your knees.
Whoa.
No splashing, please.
Sorry.
And steady. Watch that eddy to your right. Danger sign.
Danger sign?
That's fishing line.
A fishing line?
Which strangles if it tangles you uptight. He's a natural in a class of his own.
This is wonderful. I am feeling full grown.
Look at you. You have every reason to hold your head up high, as if free from all troubles. Your back stays nice and dry.
But my bottom's in bubbles.
Keep
Paddling like the clappers. Just keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming and calm.
Let's try a dive. Don't be afraid, dear. They're only fish.
Fish?
It's not a race.
It's a skill I could master.
And clearly, you are nearly fit to drop.
No, I'm not. I could go on all day.
Have a break.
I feel fresh as a daisy.
Your legs must ache.
No, they don't. Are you crazy?
So maybe, now my baby, we...
Would one lap of the lake be okay? It's the greatest thing. Can't we have one more try?
This is knackering. He swims better than I.
Pretty please,
Give me strength.
bend those knees.
Just one length bend.
We're gonna go around one more time. Keep paddling with your clappers, just keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming and calm.
Just beneath the surface, you may struggle to get by.
But nothing can deter you if you hold your head up high. Can we do that again?
Let's go out.
Please, Mama.
Come here, dear. There. That looks much better.
What did you mean when you said I'm not like my brothers and sisters? What is different?
Well, for one thing, I'm sure you can swim much better than they can.
Do you really think so? And what else?
You must try to remember, dear, it's what inside that counts, not what we look like.
What's marmalade?
Oh, it's sort of an orange preserve, often found on toast.
No, what's marmalade?
Oh my God, Ida! I want you to listen to me very carefully, dear. Walk toward me very slowly. No sudden moves.
What are you quacking about?
There's something behind you, dear. Something not very nice.
This is your son, dear.
Oh my God! I've created a monster!
Don't be ridiculous. He's just not your regular run-of-the-mill pond duck, that's all.
That's all? Ida, I have a reputation.
I know, dear, and I wouldn't brag about it if I were you.
Here.
Now, I want you all to get spruced up. It's time to meet the other members of the duck yard and get educated in the ways of the world. Drake, don't stare at him.
Look at him.
Now then, children, let's not make a fuss.
Look at him.
Are you sure he's really one of us?
Family likeness isn't strong, still you won't poke fun. All of you must get along. He's a special son. Come along, all of you now, and follow me. But stay close to me at all times, or you may get trodden on. And beware of the cat.
Look at him. Legs are bendy and the knees are not. Look at him. Dad was obviously eggshell shuffed. Bet the neighbors scream and howl when they see our rude. He's a flawless waterfowl.
Why are you so rude?
Ooh, touchy.
Hello, Maureen.
Hello, Ida. Hello, Drake. Oh my, what a splendid brood. Did the big egg hatch out all right? Wow! Look at him. Come on, Ida, tell me what went wrong. Look at him. Did you leave him in the egg too long?
I admire you for your pluck, strictly ingenue. He may be no pin-up duck, neither, dear, are you.
I heard the children from the farmhouse are throwing French bread into the water. It sounds très chic. I don't want to miss out.
Look at you, look at me, what's it matter?
Isn't it obvious?
Why do I make you all laugh and scoff?
Have you seen your reflection?
Why don't we play with the fishes?
because you scare them off. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Look at him. You admit he is a bit extreme.
Now our parents will start quibbling.
Look at him, just a variation on a theme.
Truly ugly sibling.
I don't want to see my son left out on a limb. Why is it that everyone has to cheer?
There's your answer, dear. Look at him.
Peck, 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 peck. I hate to be picky, but the duck peck, peck looks a little bit dicky. Look at him. Did you ever see a pig with wings? Look at him. Don't genetics do the strangest things? Though the thought may not appeal, break the ties that bind. If you gave the cat a meal, nobody would mind.
Line up, everyone. Short ones at the front. Look at him. He's an ugly one, there is no doubt. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Look at him. Does he have his giblets inside out? Gobble, gobble, gobble. What else could explain his looks being quite so rough? How on earth will gourmet cooks know which end to stuff? Look at him, look at us, see the difference. Look at him, look at us, where's the match? Sometimes ignoring it is kinder if some eggs never hatch.
Now that's what I call a snack. Look at him, still a duckling, and there's so much more. Look at him, finest cat food that I ever saw. Better still, he won't be missed. They think he's a flop. Maybe they'll let me assist giving him a chop.
Now in a moment, you will be introduced to her Grace, the most distinguished duck on the lake. She was once paired with a mandarin, and you will notice she has a red band of cloth around her leg.
Should it not be orange for a mandarin? You know, mandarin orange?
It's the greatest distinction a duck can enjoy. It means she is looked up to by both men and animals.
Now don't turn your toes in. Just bow your head politely and say quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack.
Honk!
Look at him. Now he's ruining our photograph.
Imagine how he's feeling.
Look at him. Mother Nature must have had a laugh.
In a way, he's quite appealing.
Look at him. Na 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 na.
A relation one should sever.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Na 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 na.
He's walking in whatever he does go. He really is an ugly rascal.
He's my son and I love him. Do you see what you've done? You're to blame. This stockyard would be so boring if we all looked the same.
Look at him.
Look at him.
And be thankful that he's not your kid.
We got him as a brother.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Bound to go the way the dodo did.
And he's worse than any other.
Bodywork designed to shock. Prospects 3D. He's form a solo flock. Look at him. Look at me. Look at you. You'll agree. Anywhere you look will be less free. And live of his whip on wings. Look at
Turkey, you've been messing with my missus.
What are you talking about? I look nothing like him. I'm a self-basting, self-boasting, fine prime specimen with wonderful spurs. As for that, I wouldn't stuff a duvet with it.
Speaking of stuffing, I don't suppose you'll be quite so full of yourself come Christmas.
Ooh, I hate that word.
Congratulations, Ida. They're delightful.
Thank you, Your Grace.
But tell me, that big one at the back, whatever happened there? Not exactly your classic Beatrix Potter, is he?
I wish the others wouldn't pick on him so. He'll turn all right as he gets older.
Well, the others are a triumph, my dear. I only wish I could have produced a brood of my own this year.
I was so sorry to hear about that, Your Grace. You must miss him terribly.
He was a fine duck, the Mandarin. But alas, he became crispy and aromatic before his time. Still, life goes on. Now, where has Maureen got to with that French bread?
Ta-ra! You have to try it. It's so much better than the usual stuff. Even the crusts are nice.
I'll give it a dabble.
I'm sure we'll have room for a little gobble gobble.
I ought to try some. My ancestors were French, you know, from the 12 days of Christmas.
Oh, not that word again.
What? French?
No, Christmas.
Stop saying that
yes,
word.
Maureen. This is delicious. Children, you must try this.
Make way for the red-banded duck.
Honk.
Ida, you really are going to have to do something about that honk.
Oh, look, croissants.
Get back! You're too big for your age already.
It's not my fault. I'm hungry too. Why are you picking on me? I'm just a little bit different, that's all. What's wrong with that?
Honk.
If they knew just how dearly I would love to.
Honk.
But it's true, I'm a bird who seems to lack the knack. I'm just different. I'm just different from the rest. And who can blame them wanting me to find another nest? But different isn't naughty. Different isn't bad. So why should being different make me sad? I'm just different. They're like peas from the same pod. No wonder they make fun of me. Life's harder when you're odd. But different isn't scary. Different is no threat. And though I'm still their brother, they forget I didn't choose to look this way. I didn't want to be unique. I don't like these grubby feathers, and I hate my stubby beak. There's a runt in every litter, one black sheep in every flock. But when you know it's you somehow, your ego takes a knock. I'm just different, but I have a sense of pride. My looks may well be funny, but I hurt the same inside. Different isn't spiteful, different isn't wrong, so why is it so hard to get along? I only want to get along. Different isn't hateful. Different could be swell. Different is just, well, different.
Hello, ducky.
Who are you?
I'm your friend.
I haven't got any friends. Everybody hates me because I'm ugly.
Oh, they are too cruel. I think you look delicious.
What did you say?
I said people can be so malicious. Look at them guzzling all that bread.
It's supposed to be really nice. It's French.
À l'orange. You mean to say they didn't let you have any?
Not a crumb.
Well, that settles it then. Lunch is on me.
Do you mean it? You really are a friend.
Of course I am. Now, just follow me.
I better tell my mother first.
Oh, no, you mustn't. Look, she's talking to a Grace. Don't you know that a duckling should never interrupt anyone talking to her Grace? Besides, we won't be gone for long.
Well, if you're sure.
I'm quite sure.
Okay.
Why is it called a croissant? It's not shaped like a cross. It's shaped like a moon. Should be called a moon-on.
That's the French for you.
And how she managed to lay that egg, I will never know. Makes my eyes water just thinking about it.
At first, I thought the turkey had barfed, but then I saw her move.
Do you mind? That's my son you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with him. He just looks a bit different, that's all. I think that makes him someone rather special.
Well said, Ida. I agree. And if I agree, we all agree. I believe an apology is in order from you two.
Wait a minute. Where's he gone? He was just here a minute ago. Where's he gone?
Calm down, love. He's probably just wandered down to the lake. You know how he loves swimming.
Not without telling me he wouldn't.
All right. Turkey, you go that way and look along by the milking shed. Maureen, Henrietta, you check around by the hen house. We'll take the kids down to the lake and look there.
And I'll coordinate operations from the grain store.
Ugly.
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 Welcome back to the Kitty Cat Snack Shack. Fast food for famished felines.
It's a nice place you've got here.
A bit bijou, perhaps, but I think of it as home. Now, let me see. Casserole of duck, duck with cherries, duck with chestnuts, duck with pineapple, duck pate, duck pancakes and plum sauce. Ah, here we are, duck à l'orange.
What are we having?
I'm having you for lunch.
I know you are. I mean, what are we going to eat?
Oh, I'll whip something up. A surprise.
My mother must have been thinking about somebody else. She told me to beware of the cat.
Bless her. You know, mothers are all the same. For some reason, they think it's part of their job description to keep us from having fun. Not my mother, though. Oh, no. She was different. Do you know what she used to say to me?
No. What?
You can scratch the antique furniture to sharpen up your claws. You can lacerate the cushions if you're ever stuck indoors. You can dig up all the flowers from the freshly planted beds. And with articles of clothing, it's okay to pull some threads. But I remember as a kindergarten kitten, one phrase that left me singularly smitten. You can play with your food before you eat it. You can chivvy your chow before you chew. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So, ducky, let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can toy with your tuck before the crunch. You can play with your food, why fight it? It's a crazy little game called lunch. Now tell me, Ducky, what would you like to play? It can be anything. I won't tell your mother.
Anything? Well, I'd like to paddle in the puddles, muddle in the mud, tickle sticklebacks in the shallows. Then maybe if this time goes sliding in the slime to the marsh where you find marshmallows. I'll go and slay a dragonfly, watch water boatmen race. To say that cats are dangerous is clearly not the case.
Well, I'd rather play a game that's sharp and witty, and preferably with something in the kitty. You can play with your food before you Bible. You can jest with your joint before you slice. You can play with your food, but don't dribble. My mama gave the best advice. You can play with your food before you gulp it. You can mess with your meal before you munch. You can play with your food, then pulp it. It's a crazy little game called lunch.
We could go rushing in the rushes, dashing down a ditch, find a kind of place where it's boggy. Then make a little camp that is secretive and damp for me and my mate the Moggy. And if the other ducklings want to come and join our games, they have to make a promise first to stop calling me names.
Well, I'll help you to forget the way they scolded, just as soon as I have got my napkin folded. You want to play hide and seek, do you? Oh, ducky, where are you? Am I getting warmer? You can play with your food before you eat it. You can chivvy your chow before you chew. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So ducky, 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 let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can toy with your tuck before the crunch. You can play with your food, why fight it? It's a crazy little game. Tell me something, ducky. Do you like oranges?
I don't know. I've never tried one.
Well, suck on this. It's a crazy little game called lunch.
What's that noise?
Salivating.
It's coming from outside.
Oh, that's wretched children from the farm playing ball. Do they play with me? Do they ring around my Rosie? You know, sometimes I think they forget that they own a cat. Some people just shouldn't keep animals, and 8 out of 10 cats who've expressed a preference agree with me.
What are people?
Oh, what are people? Oh, bad news, that's what they are. You don't want to get mixed up with them. Oh, no. Just think yourself lucky, ducky, that I'm going to spare you from ever having to encounter them.
Duck!
Yes, correct. It's a duck.
Duck!
Yes, it's a ruddy duck.
Actually, I think I'm a mallard.
Duck!
Doesn't really matter, does it? Duck, mallard. Oh, I know, don't say. Struck out by a foul ball. Oh.
You broke the window. The ball's gone inside.
Oh no, they're coming in. Goodbye. Thank you very much. We'll have to do this again some other time. Was it a left at the cow shed, then turn right at the hen house, or there was that pig's trough? I remember the smell. And then there was a water butt that he wouldn't let me swim in. Oh dear. It must have been a right at the hen house. I'd like to paddle in the puddle, muddle in the mud, tickle sticklebacks in the shallows. Oh no, I think I'm lost.
Lost with the cat?
Yep.
Ida, ducklings don't get lost with cats. You know that.
We don't know for sure.
I don't know.
Does a cat really eat him, Mama? That's gross. Yeah, fancy eating something as ugly as that.
That's enough of that. I don't want to hear another quack. He'll be back here by morning, and when he gets home, you're going to be nice to him. Now, off to roost.
And hearing who descends the farm, it seems so strangely quiet. The rumor is the cat has had more roughage in his diet. Although he was an ugly bird, it hurts us now to say that feathers have been sighted in the pussy's litter tray.
I don't mean to be rude, Ida, but the description. The donkey said he saw the cat walking away with a... Well, who else around here looked like that?
I don't believe it. He is a smart little duck, and I'm sure he could outsmart that mangy old Tom.
Of course he could.
No, he's out there somewhere. Probably on his way back right now. And if he isn't, well, then I'll just have to go out and find him, won't I?
For Ida has our sympathies. She looks so sad and gloomy. But looking on the brighter side, her nest is now more roomy. We find it rather difficult to say consoling news. Tonight the ugly duckling sleeps beneath an angel's wings. Tonight the ugly duckling sleeps beneath an angel's
If you're ready.
And rolling. So tell me, Ida, it's been a week now since your son went missing. How are you holding up? Can you manage a tear for the camera?
What?
Oh, good, they're here. Now leave everything to me, dear. Which do you think is my good side?
Drake, what's going on?
And zoom in for the headshot. Confusion, anguish, matrimonial disquiet. I love it. And close up for the reaction shot.
This is Maggie Pie of America's Most Feathered. They're doing a feature. This'll put us one up on the Pelicans. Oh, I got the picture you asked. It's a bit torn, I'm afraid. Of course, we're all still in a state of very, very deep.
Ida, there have been rumors of farmyard bullying. Do you believe your son was abducted? Or is it possible that he ran away to escape his persecutors?
What are you saying?
That's good, I'll buy that. Defensive, yet emotional. Just a hint of anger. I'm filling up here.
Why don't you leave us alone?
Nice. Ooh, very nice. Feisty cells.
What about me? Does no one care what I think?
Sorry, sir. Coming to the end of transmission. I'm going to leave the final word with Ida, just in case her son is out there watching. But for now, this is Maggie Pie with America's Most Feathered saying, if you see anything suspicious, from thieving jaybirds to lost ducklings, our chicks are on the switchboard waiting to take your call. All right, Ida, it's all yours.
Now don't start blubbing, dear.
Every time I turn around, I expect you to appear. Everyone may call my name, but it's your voice that I hear. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. Go away. Go away, all of you. Every day will seem to be more empty than the last. Everywhere the sun once shone, a shadow has been cast. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
But Ida, you can't just leave me here with the other four.
You'll manage, Drake. My mind is made up.
But it's been 6 months. And besides, it's dangerous to go wandering off beyond the churchyard this time of year.
I won't be satisfied until I know the truth. Try to understand, dear. A mother knows.
Well, you better take the cell phone.
Every moment seems an hour. Every hour lasts a day. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
Where have they got to now? Shabby flock. I do wish they'd keep up. No discipline. That's the trouble with goslings of today.
They're probably just tired, dear. We have been marching for an awfully long time.
Poppycock. Would you prefer that we fly? With a chute on the marsh? I think not, my sweet. This way.
Excuse me, do you think you could help?
Keep moving, dear. Eyes front. UFO at 9 o'clock.
You see, I'm lost.
No excuse for bad navigation. A bird that gets off his flight path doesn't deserve his wings. That's what I always say. Isn't it, dear?
Always, dear.
But I can't fly yet. I've got lost on foot.
Ah, infantry, eh? Messy business.
He's just a youngster. Maybe we should direct him. Give him his marching orders.
Ah, very well. We are geese, migrants. You know, birds of passage. Run a tight fleet. Wouldn't do for us to lose our way, what?
Well, dear, there was that time we ended up in the Wayward Islands.
Windward, dear. Windward. And that was a different matter entirely. Weak thermals, strong headwinds, blown off course.
So, how come my sister managed to get to Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, quite.
Where were you trying to get to, dear?
Back to my mother on the lake. I think it must be in that direction. I saw some ducks flying overhead a few minutes ago.
Well, if you did, it must have been their last flying mission, what?
What do you mean?
Well, haven't you heard the ground to air? Bang, bang, pop, pop, what?
No.
Oh, there's a chute on the marsh, dear. It's very dangerous.
What's a chute?
Well, it's a people sport. One group of men moves through the marsh, scaring ducks up into the air, while a second group with guns shoots them back out of the air again.
The cat warned me about people.
The cat?
Yes, you see, I went off with this cat.
Did your mother tell you how dangerous a cat is?
She did.
The enemy! Nasty piece of work. Pull your wishbone as soon as look at you.
But the cat said he was my friend.
Oh, you don't want friends like that, dear. Your mother was right to warn you.
She was?
Gun dogs. They must be starting to shoot again. Time for maneuvers. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I have no option. Company, fall in! I didn't mean literally. All right, men, attention. Eyes front. Let me have a good look at you. Barnacles. Barnacles. When I said eyes front, I naturally assumed that your body would be facing in a similar direction.
Sorry, Wing Commander.
Pinkfoot, you've trodden in something. How many times have I told you to mind your own business? See to it. Snowy, oh, never mind. All right, men are at ease. Now, listen very carefully. We have received orders to embark on a very delicate, if not to say dangerous mission.
Oh, one of them is it?
Our task is one of reconnaissance and reunification.
Oh, here we go again. Translation, Dot?
The duckling's lost his mum, bless him, and we're going to find her.
Well, if that's what he wanted, why didn't he just say it?
You can always tell a pompous scoots by his pigeon English.
All right, men, attention! Now, as you know, we are about to take part in an exercise the likes of which we have never faced before. You're a fine body of geese, and I know you will give of your very best. Good luck, men! We're off on a wild goose chase. We will be no stranger to danger. The squadron will show no fear.
We're off, and no matter where we roam, although the mind boggles, this gaggle in goggles is sure to find your home.
Runways clear, prepare for take-off, dear. We must play our part.
Hark at him, I fear his cabin lights are rather dim.
Chalks away, our air
display
must start. We're off on a wild goose chase, and a simple mission position the whereabouts of your farm. We're off, and unless we're blown into kingdom come, we won't be back until we found your mom.
But we don't even know where his farm is, dear. How are we going to plan the route?
Don't worry, I'll navigate.
That's what I was afraid of.
We're off on a wild goose chase. It's a thankless task, but we asked who could do it as well as we. We're off, keen to solve this problem's crux. For what could be grander than having a gander for able missing ducks.
Excuse me, sir. Bulrush is advancing from the rear.
What? I think we've spoken before on the subject of your spectacles, barnacles. Get them fixed. Bulrushes don't advance. One thing they're most famous for is being rooted to the spot.
Hello, Ducky. Thought I'd lost you.
Stand back or I'll peck.
Oh, my quaking legs, be still. I'm about to be goosed.
What are you doing here?
What are friends for? I've come to take you home. Your mother is carrying on something fearful.
My mother? You've seen my mother?
Of course. She sent me to fetch you.
Now, see here, Cat. I'm in command around here, and my squadron has taken personal charge of the duckling's safe return to his mother.
Well, I wouldn't try flying now. Haven't you heard the guns?
We will begin maneuvers as soon as the shooting party is over.
It's their party, but we'll fly if we want to.
Silence in the ranks.
A little joke, sir.
Well, maybe I could be of assistance. I'll go over to the chute, and then I'll let you know when they're packing up for the day.
Very well, and no funny business. I know several ways to skin your type.
It's like taking candy from a baby.
We're off on a wild goose chase.
You may think it odd that a squad such as ours can perform this role.
We're off, and we'll prove that's not the case.
Avoiding the ack-ack, we'll search for this quack-quack and then return to base. Company, present comb. Company, present paper. We are about to take part in our most perilous mission to date. I need hardly tell you of the risk involved and the ultimate price we may have to pay. As we fly on into glory, I want you to know how very proud I am of this squadron. Keep a stiff upper beat, men. And remember our motto, Semper Victoriam non parte de Farquhar.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dot. I am your senior flight attendant. And on behalf of Captain Greylag, I would like to welcome you to this afternoon's flight from boggy marshland to some far-flung farm. We will be cruising at an altitude of several feet and flying in a rather attractive V formation. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, we ask that you observe the safety procedures that we've all been through so many, many times before. We hope you have a pleasant journey, and thank you for choosing Goose Air, the fluffy skies.
We're off to ensure this duckling is not so glum. We won't be back until we found
The coast is clear. They're putting away their guns.
Do you swear?
On one of my lives.
Good. All right, men, final check. Oh, and here's a parachute for you.
For me?
Well, you don't think I was going to leave you here with the duckling, do you? Oh, no, puss. You're coming with us.
Oh, cat litter.
Our wings are spread,
So don't delay.
our excess bags are stowed away. It's time to fly.
They're off to try to find the farm, and when they find the farm, they'll find my mom, and we will be together every day. I'll be waiting, come one day. So say goodbye to the pimple chum.
We won't be back until
We won't be back.
we won't be back until we found your mom.
no. Oh no, what's happening? The cat, he lied. He said the people had put away their guns. Mama, what should I do now?
Hold your head up high.
It's not always so easy to hold your head up high and appear bright and breezy. I thought dreams were made for a reason, but hope seems to fade with each season. And Mama, you seem so far away.
Hold your head up.
It's your voice that I hear.
More empty than the last.
Hold your head up high, and all the while wandering, reminiscing, I keep pondering if she's missing me. Maybe in the way I miss her. Just knowing that you're out there will help me to get by. Until we're reunited, I will hold my head up high.
You two go on indoors. I'm going to sweep up the leaves from the front path.
Oh no, a people person.
I'll be in later to give you a dish of cream, Queenie, and there'll be some corn for you, Lobot, if you can lay me an egg for my lunch. Perhaps a brown one with speckles?
Well, brown I can manage, but I'm fresh out of speckles. What's that? There's a dirty footprint on the shag. It's always in a place where it shows. Really, some people are so thoughtless. Why can't they step in the pattern pot like civilized folk?
Oh, never mind where they stepped. My point is that someone has stepped it all in our house.
Oh, and look, whoever it was has burst one of the pillows.
Oh, I'm not a burst pillow.
Oh, my word, it speaks.
Oh, what are you? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Duckable. I mean duck. Duck. I'm a duckling.
Oh, really? Was your mother a duck?
Yes.
Oh, she must have been sick as a parrot when she saw the likes of you.
But that's so damn funny.
Thank you, Queenie. I don't believe I've ever seen such an ugly duckling.
What are you doing in our house?
I was sheltering from the cold. You see, the door was left open, and I didn't think it would hurt to step inside.
Hurt? Hurt? Not hurt? Why, when that old woman sees the marks you've left on this carpet, it will drive her to grab the carpet fresh. And we simply cannot bear the smell of that stuff now. Can we, dear?
Now, Queenie, steady. He's obviously going through a moat. You know, hormones raging, mood swings, irrational behavior, and hot flashes.
What of it?
I don't think I like your tone of voice, young poultry, my lad. And mind that, you'll be mocking the antimacassar next.
What's an antimacassar?
Well, I don't know, but it obviously works. There hasn't been
Nemekasa are in the house for as long as I can remember.
Queenie, that's awfully good. You are a funny little cat.
Are you a cat?
Of course I'm a cat.
Are you gonna eat me?
Oh, don't be disgusting. I've never been into the bird butchering business. No. Couldn't be doing with all those feathers. It's like eating a meal and flossing your teeth at the same time. No, the old woman poaches me a fresh fish.
But the old woman is a person. Doesn't she hurt you? And you're a chicken. Why does she keep you shut inside? Wouldn't you prefer to be out in the yard?
Ugh. All that scraping and scratching. Ugh. Oh, no. I live here on the couch, thank you very much. You see, Queenie and I are domesticated.
Domestic what?
Domesticated! Dumb cluck.
It takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we are clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't want them here. Our tastes are good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sort's best.
So you should be grateful that we are even bothering to enter into conversation with riffraff like yourself. You see, Lobot, so named for an obvious deficiency in the leg department. Lobot is most particular about whom she chooses to speak to.
And might I say that Queenie is downright snobbish when it comes to intercourse with poultry. I consider myself most fortunate that our mutual interest in needlepoint has rendered us such close friends.
When one explores the great outdoors, one fears what one may see.
A nouveau riche, a perfect niche is here on the settee.
Outside, the world keeps changing. It's a constant state of flux.
That doesn't suit domestic folk. It's best left for you ducks.
Oh, it takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we are clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't want them here. Our tastes are good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sorts.
I think my sorts.
Our sorts best.
And what do you do here all day?
Well, we sit and chat, and sit and chat, and sometimes I will arch my back and let the sparks fly from my thumb.
And then we sit and chat and sit and chat, and sometimes I will lay an egg.
And is that it?
Well, what is there left for civilized folk to do? What do you do?
Oh, well, my absolute favorite thing is swimming. It's so wonderful to let the water flow over your head while you plunge right down at the bottom.
Oh, Lobot knows all about plunging down at the bottom. Don't you dear?
Come on, I'll show you.
Oh, you must be mad. Swimming in autumn. I've never heard of such a crazy notion.
Well, darling, you could use some exercise. Think of your thigh meat. She's got drumsticks like an ostrich. Well,
You haven't exactly been a slave to your step aerobics, Queenie. It's all you can do to open your flap.
Oh, gracious Lobot. You're missing your TV program. Chop, chop, chop! She loves watching her and Dick. Shh.
Well, where is the remote?
Oh, God, you're sitting on it.
Oh.
Yes. Up, darling, up.
6 months on, and still no sighting of the duckling, who, as you will remember from the photograph released at the time, has what can best be described as a rather unforgettable appearance. Now, our experts believe that he may already have undergone certain changes, and they have put together a composite of what they believe he might look like today. Some viewers may find this image disturbing.
I'm sure he's still out there somewhere, so if anyone has seen him, please call in.
Mama!
Yes, once again, viewers, we are appealing to you if you have any information. The number is coming up on your screen.
Is there something you're not telling us, dear?
Mama!
Oh, darling, did you run away from home?
No,
Well, there's only one thing to do. I'll call from the kitchen.
Well, while she's calling from the kitchen, why don't...
Oh, no, the old lady.
Oh, she wouldn't ring her own bell. Come in.
Quack, quack.
Oh, no, what are you doing here?
Thought I'd cooked my goose, eh? Is that any way to greet your long-lost feather? Father?
Father? Ugliness certainly runs in that family.
He's not my father. Don't listen to him.
He's overcome. Son, hug your daddy.
Don't let him near me. Does he look like a duck?
Well, now, dear, those who live in glass houses should not call the kettle black, or something like that.
He's a cat.
But children will have their fun. You know, your mother and I are sick with worry. And don't you know, I'm so thankful that you kept him all in one piece. And I hope he hasn't caused you any inconvenience. Now, Ducky, thank the nice poultry for looking after you.
He's a cat, I tell you. A no-good, treacherous, double-crossing...
Hungry!
Ooh. Sly, treacherous tomcat!
The line is busy.
Well, hello.
Mercy, another duck. Haven't you got another pond to go to?
Meow.
Well, didn't you say that his mother was sick with worry? Now, Queenie, don't get any funny ideas. We have an arrangement.
Meow.
There will be tears before bedtime.
Madam, I'd be honored, though I'm not of your ilk, if we could get together, maybe share a dish of milk.
Sir, I'd be delighted, though I know you're a scruff. But when one had things easy, one likes a bit of rough.
Queenie, you loose cat!
Meow. Meow. Together on the tiles we will totter. Together we will sit on garden walls. Together we will make Henry seem hotter.
Together, you'll be be throwing up fur balls.
Together, we will build ourselves a cat flop. Together, after dark we'll fall in.
Together, we will snuggle for a cat nap.
Together, you could string a violin. Have you forgotten, dear? The clinic has confirmed that they can fit you in. You need to be dewormed, and with your last attack, you nearly filled a sack, so maybe you should go. It's only fair to say that she is rather prone to carry parasites. Her fur is not her own, and on the hygiene front, to be both frank and blunt, it's better you don't know. Although I don't wish to gripe, I don't think she is your type.
Together, we will sing our old cat chorus. Together, we can choose our favorite keys. Together, we will conquer all before us.
Together, you can rid her of her fleas. You have to help me out. It's looking pretty grim. What's to become of me if she should go with him? She's gone all gooey-eyed, and I am terrified she'll leave me on the shelf. Go on then, run! Oh dear, alas, alack, the door was left ajar. The duckling has escaped. He won't have gone that far. If you start making tracks, you're bound to hit his cracks and get him for yourself. Don't let us delay your trip. He'll soon be within your grip. Together, we will overcome this heartache. Together, we'll find the strength to see through. Together, as if nothing really happened. Together, we will stay. Together, we will stay. Together, we will stay as me and you.
As a drake, my mistake was letting her go searching for my son. Yeah, that one. It ain't right. I've spent weeks filling beaks, hearing daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm depressed round the nest day and night. Now what sort of time do you call this?
We sort of lost track of time. The owl didn't give a hoot.
Well, your father does.
Mom would have let us stay out.
Mom's not here. You're grounded.
Oh, guano.
Well, where did you pick up language like that? I told you not to hang around with the kingfisher. He's so blue.
Well, you say it.
That's different. I say it in a mature, grown-up and adult way.
Still means the same thing. When's Mom coming back?
I don't know, love. Have you preened your feathers yet?
We haven't got on to that yet.
You haven't got on to that yet. What do they teach you these days? You know what happens to ducks that don't preen their feathers? They sink.
But is she coming back?
I don't know, love. Did you eat the pondweed I packed for you?
The moorhens wouldn't have pondweed.
No, the moorhens wouldn't.
Will she find ugly?
I don't know, love. But come along, you four. It's time to roost. And remember to brush your beaks. But don't use all the water. My bill's big enough. When Ida said she'd go, I had to let her. A shame because this apron suits her better. Where's the joy in motherhood? An endless round of chores that have to be done. And when you think you've seen the back of them, you find in actual fact you're back to square one. There's no joy in motherhood, or if there is, it's something I just can't see. Yet Ida somehow copes with all of it. And then on top of that, she puts up with me.
Dad!
Now what?
I will search every pond, I will search every stream, every river. And the widest of bays and the broadest of lakes must be crossed. While you are missing from my life, it's me who's feeling lost. Without you, I feel lost.
Look at her, it's a shame that she won't face the fact. Look at her, can't she see the way the odds are stacked?
Well, have you heard anything from Ida yet?
No, she's got the cell phone switched off. But the pigeon delivered a message this morning. It just says, I'm here, Twin Jugs, Minnesota. I don't know if that's a place or if she's just being offensive.
That's right.
Look at her, nothing shakes her from her strong belief. Look at her, it's so hard to come to terms with grief.
And he's about so high with a rather characteristic honk.
Sounds like that squatty. He shot through here a while ago. I say he shot through. It was us that was shot through. Nearly brought about our Trafalgar.
I think you mean Waterloo, dear.
Well, you're welcome to use this map if you think it'll help you.
Look at her, so convinced that she is getting near. Look at her, she may be a little late, we fear.
And how do we know that you're not a cat? I beg your pardon? Well, the last duck that came through here was a cat, a tomcat, one of those nasty trans featherites. Oh, did someone say tomcat?
As each season slips away, never ends the trend. Songbirds will seem to say, there's no happy end.
No, Drake, listen. He was last seen traveling in the direction of Moorland Farm.
Oh, that's north of here, isn't it?
Yes.
How very interesting.
You!
Please. Help me, I'm caught.
Who are you?
I'm Penny. Please, do you think you could untangle me?
I'll try. What are you?
A swan. Oh, mind you don't hurt yourself on that hook. Well, there's no point in us both getting damaged.
A swan?
Typical me. My first migration, and what happens?
Your first what?
Migration. The cold weather is setting in, and we are leaving today for the warm lands.
Leaving?
You're a funny one, all these questions.
Sorry.
What's your name?
Everyone calls me ugly.
Oh, don't listen to them. It's a stage we all go through. You should have heard some of the things they called me before the malt. Penny plain, penny dreadful, penny dropping.
Pretty Penny? How could anyone call you names?
Well, like I said, it's just a stage we all go through.
Excuse me, could you pick up your wing?
My mother always warned me to avoid the fishing line the people leave behind.
So did mine. She used to tell me when we were out swimming. There, just one more loop.
Oh. Thank you. I thought I was going to be left behind, and, well, this is no place to spend the winter alone. Where's your flock?
I don't know. I'm lost. I was separated from my family. And the more I try to find them, the further it seems I wander away.
Well, that's dreadful. When did you last see them?
In the spring.
In the spring? You haven't seen them since the spring? You poor thing. Well, you can't stay out here all winter. You'll freeze.
No, I'll be all right.
Penny, come with me. The others won't mind, and then next spring we'll return together, and I'll help you find your family.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
Well, of course you could. Now, come on, or we'll never catch up.
Penny, I'd love to. I'd really love to, but I can't. I can't fly. Or at least not well enough to go with you.
It doesn't matter if you're not as strong as the others. Well, I'll stay back with you and fly at your pace.
That sounds wonderful, but I really must keep going. My mother can't be far. Maybe when you come back in the spring, we can meet up again?
I'd like that. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I'm sure.
Penny, come along, dear. We'll be late. I don't like to leave you here like this, but I must be going. Goodbye, and thank you. I won't forget you. Honk!
I've seen butterflies on bluebells drinking in the dew. Cobwebs in the sunlight shining, I've seen them too. I've seen woodlands in the autumn, falling leaves of every shade and hue. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. I've seen waterfalls cascading, sparkling in the light. Damselflies that dance their dance from morning till night. I've seen rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, then fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. And though I've seen the willow's weeping branches, the misty morning air, a clear and starry night, has nothing to compare with you. I've seen swallows in the summer wheeling overhead. I have seen the silkworm spinning gossamer thread. I have seen a golden sunset over the horizon, painting skies of pink and blue. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. Now I've seen you. Oh, oh, now I've seen you. I bet she doesn't even remember me. Probably won't even come back.
Well, pardon me.
Leave me alone.
Well, now, I'm sorry, Feathers. I mean, I didn't mean to make you jump. Not that there's anything wrong with jumping, mind you. Kind of runs in my family. Or jumps in my family, depending on how you want to look at it.
What do you want?
Want?
Go ahead, get it off your chest. Tell me how ugly I am.
Ugly?
There. I hope you're happy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Would you just hang on a minute? I mean, would you like me to hop off and hop back on again? I mean, have a word with yourself there, Feathers. I mean, who am I to call you ugly? Look at me. There, see? I mean, connect the dots. If we're talking ugly here, they don't come any more aesthetically challenged than me. I know what your problem is. You've been preening yourself too much.
What do you mean?
You got down in the mouth. Well, couldn't you at least give me a little smile?
I want to be left on my own.
Now I know how you feel. Could you hang on a minute? I had one of them humans in my throat. I got this real funny story for you. A real funny one. Now listen. This newt comes up to me the other day, and he says, "Have you seen bulrush around here?" I said, "No, but I did see a fox trot." I'm getting nothing. Nothing. Look, I know how you feel, but you can't let it depress you. I mean, I started out as a blob of jelly, and it's been downhill ever since. But I keep telling myself that I am a handsome prince. I'm just locked up in frog's clothing. But someday, someone's going to come along and kiss me, and that will release my inner beauty. Then I say, nah, get real. Who wants to French a frog? Feathers, you know what our trouble is?
No.
Our image is not in vogue, that's all. It's just a matter of taste. But you mark my words. One day, ugly will be in. If you just sit tight on your lily pad, every silly fad will pass. Then those that sport this season's look will fall flat on there. Ask your mother what it's called. The fortune is a fickle thing. Now just you wait and see. The day will come when we're in style, and then I guarantee out there someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. What's and all out there, just around the corner, in amongst the fauna. Someone's gonna fall for you, though I'm Tyrannosaurus Rexy. Some will find me sexy in my way. Though it may take some time to find them, when they do you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere someone's gonna love ya. What's and all.
Do you really believe that?
Of course. If I didn't, I'd have to chuck it all in and donate my legs to gastronomic research. I'm telling you, Feathers, you gotta learn to look on the bright side of the lily pad. The ugliest of creatures have a few redeeming features, so why not let your better point shine forth?
A mouth that runs from east to west is bound to make you look depressed. It's better if the corners both point north.
Now that's the idea! So don't go into hiding. There's no need for disguise. Even some potatoes has got nice eyes. I'm telling you, Feathers, out there, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya.
Warts and all.
Now you're croaking my language.
Out there in a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle. Though the chance is small,
it's true. Just think, whenever you need boosting, one day you'll be roosting with a mate. Though it may take some time to find them, when you do you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all. Now you tell them, kids. Though I'm Tyrannosaurus Rexy, some will find me sexy in my way.
They'll find you sexy.
though it may take some time to find them, when you do you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. Out there, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all. Out there in a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle. Though the chance is small, it's true.
Just think, whenever you need boosting, one day you'll be roosting.
Soon I'll be roosting with a mate.
Soon you'll be roosting.
Though it
Take some time to find them. When you do, you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love you. Out there somewhere, someone's gonna love you. Warts and all. Warts and all. Warts and all. Well, I must hop off. Now just remember what I told you. Remember, one day it might be us who is the flavor of the month. Ugh, what am I saying?
Goodbye. And if you ever find yourself at the duck yard, please stop in. I'd love you to meet my family.
Well, I hope you find them, but you stay warm, stay happy. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Somewhere, someone's gonna love you.
Well, what have we here? A nice, plump little duckling. What you, my beauty?
Honk, honk.
Now, it's no good you struggling on a honkin'.
Honk, honk.
I got a family to feed, and you'll make a fine Sunday roast. Now, where's my knife? Oh, it's colder than a penguin's picnic out here. Ah, I must have left it in my car.
Hello, ducky. I see the macrame class is paid off.
How did you find me?
Oh, a little birdie told me.
Well, you're too late. I'm gonna get eaten by the people.
Tisk, tisk, such a waste.
Even if you did help me, you'd only eat me yourself.
True.
Well, you're too late.
Now listen, ducky. I have what I think you will agree is a very tempting proposition.
Well, I
which
don't...
just might satisfy us both.
Well, I don't like oranges if that's part of your plan.
If you stay here, it'll be your turn to be a dressed duck. But if you come with me, I'll take you back to see your mother for one last time.
Either way, I get eaten, right?
Well, you can't have it both ways.
All right, you're on.
And no funny business, remember. At least this way, you'll get to see your mother.
Well, curdle the cream of my cornflakes. He's escaped. Thanks.
Which way is it? You keep going the wrong way.
The skies are gray and the sea, a blizzard would seem certain, and even good King Wenceslas would not turn back his curtain.
Are you sure you know your way back to the duckyard? We seem to be going around in circles.
Just shut up, it's a snow. It makes everything look the same.
I can't see beyond the end of my feet.
Just keep going. It's gotta be close now.
Hello? Are you out there? Is anybody out there?
The windshield magnet tends to keep the temperature sub-zero.
The biting cold, the swelling throat is hard to catch a breath. And though we hate to say the word, we're facing certain.
Facing certain. Certain.
It may look good for Christmas cards,
But not for cats and birds.
Honey? Oh no. My baby. No. No, not like this. Not after all this time. You poor little thing. What was the point of it all? What was the purpose of your little life? It can't end like this. It can't.
Nor will it, my dear.
But he's dead. My baby is dead. And it's all my fault. He wandered away from the nest last spring, and I should have gone after him, but I had his brothers and sisters to rear. And now it's too late.
Cry, cry, my dear. For the warmth of a mother's tears can thaw the stoniest frost.
Oh, if I only could believe that.
But you must, for what do we have if we don't have hope?
I'm not a duck. I'm not a duck. I'm a swan. Honk. Mama.
Just knowing you were out there helped me to get by. And now we're reunited. I can hold my head up high.
It's him. It's him, the singer that I told you about. The one who saved my life. Do you remember me? Oh, please say you remember me.
Of course I remember you. How could I forget you? You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Well, you should take a look at your own reflection. I've seen the rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, then fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I
I've seen the willows weeping branches, the misty morning air, a clear and starry night has nothing to compare with you. And you knew? You knew I was a swan?
Of course I did. Well, that's why I asked you to come with us. If only your wings had been strong enough.
Well, now you can come with us and learn our ways.
And my mother? Can she come too?
Of course I can't. I'm just a baggy old duck. I can't teach you the ways of the swans.
You taught me how to swim.
And from what I remember, that nearly finished me off. It's hardly surprising, really. Imagine me teaching a swan to swim.
But I want you to come.
Of course I can't. My place is back on the duckyard with your father. Bless him. They say birds of a feather should flock together, and your place is with the swans now. And I think I know someone who's rather keen that you should go with them.
But I've only just found you. I'm not sure that I want to leave you again so soon.
Of course you do. Now go on, before I get all tearful and unnecessary. Take care of him for me.
Goodbye, my dear. I know this must be very hard for you, but I promise we'll take good care of him.
I'm sure you will. Well, go on then. Take a run at it. That's the way. Go on, you can do it. He was different. He was different from the rest. Of course, he can't belong with me. I know I should have guessed. He wasn't mine to mother. He wasn't mine to rear. Another dream gets washed away. Another dream. Another mother's tear. One, 2, 3.
Honk! You didn't really think I'd leave without you, did you?
Oh, but you must. It's your life now, and you belong with the swans.
But why? It doesn't matter whose egg I came out of. You're my mother. You raised me. And that's what counts.
Well,
You said it takes all sorts to make a world. And even the duckyard would be boring if we all looked the same. So I've decided to come back to the duckyard, to be with you, to be different,
We are both coming back.
to be the first swans on the lake. I've been different all my life. I'll be just as different now as a swan. I like being me. I like my honk. I like being different.
you certainly are that. I'm so proud of both of you. Well, come on then. What are we waiting for? I can't wait to see the expression on Drake's face. I think he might lay an egg. And what that may turn into doesn't bear thinking about.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a little unfinished business.
Hello, Swanee. You can play with your duck until you goose it. You can chicken your swan until you... Together we could fricassee your mother. It's a crazy little game. It's a crazy little game. Together nice as the weather's turning out nice. It's a crazy little game. Crazy. I surrender. I give up. I've been working too hard. Take me to the Betty Fur Clinic. Come on.
the best we've heard. We are feeling rather small in this whole shebang. Maybe you'll forgive us all, and we hope with enough soft soul lead our gang.
Of course I forgive you. I'm just so happy to see you all again. And I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Penny.
Hello.
Hello, Penny.
Ray.
Welcome home, my dear. I've been thinking. I'm getting rather long in the bill, and I think it's time for me to relinquish the red band. Wear it with pride, my dear, for you are indeed the finest bird on the lake, as I know I was in my day. And let it be known from this day forth that the red band shall be known as the signet ring.
Look at him, look at us, see the difference. Why did we ever think him a dove?
I always knew that my family was blessed with royal blood.
Oh, yes, 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 yes!
What?
We made it through the holidays.
Look at him.
We have a noble swan.
And we got him as a brother.
From a different
We'll walk before another.
Back on the way.
Promise you won't bleed. Your example's there to take. Just believe in yourself. Don't be left on the shelf. Feeling that all hope is dead and gone. And you may find in your own way your own
Yes, we made it. We made it on. What? I'm sorry. That whole transition end thing went really well tonight. And remember, thanks to you, I would have forgotten. We're a little bit off on that last thing. I'm like, so bad. I know. I'm gonna show you the second act.
Hey, Beth.
Oh, you diva, you. Family first.
Out there,
Someone's gonna love you. Someone's gonna love you. Warts and all. Out there in a muddy puddle. Someone needs a cuddle. Though the chance is small, it's true. Just think, whenever you need boosting,
you'll be roosting.
Soon I'll be roosting
with a